Where's me rum?
Hello, and welcome to the Pirate Kitchen for our very first episode. Great episode today. We say great, there's going to be some great food. I've been given one of the biggest challenges that I've ever had as a home chef barbecue guy. Barbecue in an hour and a half, authentic barbecue in an hour and a half. So my judge and jury today are two of my very good friends who are joining me, Mr. David Al Rayburn.
Hello, thank you.
And Mr. Tommy Cullen.
Hello.
A man of many words. Most of them sweary. We've all seen your Facebook page.
Lots of
So, today we're going to do pulled pork. We're going to do some ribs. We're going to do my version of a cheeseburger, cheese and bacon burger. And we're going to do some good barbecue sides in hopefully an hour or less. So, let's crack on. First thing we're going to start with is the pulled pork. Now, pulled pork's usually done in the smoker, again in the corner, and it takes hours, if not days. We don't have that time today. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together a bit of a marinade. We're going to use some chemistry, and we're going to slam it in the pressure cooker, and we're going to turn it on high for an hour, and let's see what happens. Ribs, similar idea. Usually when you're cooking ribs at home, it's usually 3-2-1, 3 hours in the smoker, 2 hours wrapped, and then 1 hour on the grill, very low, basting, getting that sauce to tack up. We'll try and do all of that in an hour. And we'll do that again, a little bit of chemistry, a little bit of heat. And our burger, something a little bit special on the burger, I'll hold back on that and tell you about that a bit later. And our three sides, we're going to do some cornbread, some collard greens, fuck you, and some... Come trying to see what the other one is. Still can't remember. Barbecue beans.
Nice.
That's always good for YouTube. Beans. Okay, so why are you guys here today? I've known you guys for a long time. We've travelled across Europe on the bikes.
Yep.
We worked in the same place many years ago and met in a car park, but not in a seedy way.
it was kind of seedy, but
No, it was tasteful.
yeah, pizza.
So, you guys have been to barbecues at mine before, and I enjoy barbecue food. I enjoy cooking barbecue food, but I appreciate that the barbecue that I make is not always available to everybody in the home. So, let's give this a shot. So, you spent a bit of time in the States, do you?
Yes.
Go on, tell the lovely people at home who are watching in their dozens your experience of barbecue and what you love about barbecue food, and I'm going to grab some stuff and start.
Cool. So, in the US, I've been to Atlanta and California. Atlanta's probably a sore subject, but Atlanta's the best barbecue that I've had so far. I must admit, I've never been to Texas, and I've heard that their barbecue is amazing as well. But their barbecues, when you go to a barbecue shop, the food that's there is all they've got. So you walk in, if you order something that's not on the menu, if it's on the menu, they might have ran out and they'll just say, nope, that's it, that's all they've got. Because they spend 16 or 18 hours barbecuing stuff beforehand. So you get the stuff that's made the night before. And it's always so succulent and juicy and it's amazing, absolutely fantastic. I love the American barbecue stuff, but I've tried a few places here in Scotland for barbecue, and none of it is anywhere near as good as the stuff you get in the US. So I'm hoping...
Apart from when you come to my house.
Apart from when I come to your house, yes. So hopefully today we'll get to see proper Scottish barbecue.
Well, I hope so. It won't be proper barbecue because we don't have the time. If this channel picks up and we do well, I'll do like a proper time lapse. But to be honest, you go on YouTube and there is 1,000,001 how to cook a brisket, how to cook a pork butt, how to do this, how to do that. People see that and they go, yeah, that's like a day and a half out of my life. I'm not doing it. So hopefully these recipes are something you can do at home. So let's make a start. So a lovely bit of pork shoulder, which has been provided to us by Donald the Butchers down in Uddingston. Shop local, shop fresh. And that's what we're going to use. So obviously a lot smaller than your traditional full pork butt, but there's enough here for 2 or 3 people, especially on the sides. I've just went ahead and taken the fat off. You can keep that and make yourself some great pork crackling. But we ain't going to do that today. But, so put our meat down. What I'm going to do today, because we don't have a lot of time, I'm going to use some pre-made rubs. Now, good rubs, if you're going to rub it right. There are some good rubs out there. I use Smoky Carter when I don't have time. Again, if I'm coming in at night, I'm trying to make some food for the family, I don't want to be taking hours doing it. So these are really good, and they're the ones I use. So we want to get some rub on that. Now usually, if I was doing this on the barbecue or doing it in the smoker, I would put a binding agent on there, leave it for maybe half an hour to sort of tack up, and then go about the cooking process. Again, we're not doing that today. So what we're going to do is we're going to rub this, get that rub on it, leave it for as long as we can. We're going to fire up the grill because I want to get a bit of colour on this meat before we get it into the smoker. Oh, sorry, into the pressure cooker. So traditionally, pulled pork made Boston pork butt, which everybody thinks is the butt. It's not. It's kind of the shoulder. But everybody thinks it's the kind of the back end of it. Because we're tight for time today, what I'm going to do is take this. Because essentially, one of the great things about pulled pork is those long strands. So we don't want to chop this up too much, but we obviously want it to cook as quickly as possible. So, Smoky Carter, find them online, really good for us. We use a couple of these today. So I've just stuck the barbecue on. There's not a lot of heat in it because I don't want a really strong Maillard reaction. Heard of Maillard reaction before? Maillard reaction is when you cook meat or you cook protein and you get that that browning or that caramelization, or if you're talking about steaks, the crust on a steak. That's basically the protein's denatured, and that's where all the flavour comes from with the fat. So what I'm going to do is put these on back end of the grill. I'm just going to give them a couple of minutes each side.
So what kind of flavours does these rubs have? Because I know in the US they've all got secret recipes on their particular types of rubs that they're family secrets.
The flavour profile I'm using for the pulled pork today is Carolina style. So it's hand wash. People on YouTube if don't wash your hands up before. Yep. It's a sweet, fruity profile. So that's what the Carolina rub has. Bit of garlic, lots of salt, pepper, garlic, SPG. That is your three main flavourings for barbecue. So we'll start our marinade cum cooking liquor. This is what we're actually going to cook our pork in. So we're going to start with half a Japanese apple. Any other apples are available. The reason I'm using a Japanese apple and a kiwi, there's enzymes in kiwis, Japanese apples, Japanese pears and pineapples, which help break the fibres of meat down. So if you have bought a fairly cheap piece of meat, get some fresh pineapple, fresh kiwi. Doesn't work with tinned fruit, has to be fresh. I see this is a marinade, we're not going to eat this, so everything's going to get fired down whole. You know the trick about slapping garlic and the skin comes off?
Nope.
No, you do now. You don't have to break up, so it just comes out. So we're going to put that into a blender bowl.
I love garlic.
Good, because there's a lot of it going into this.
Good stuff.
So that's three fairly chunky pieces of garlic. Now you see that the size of the piece of meat we're using, it will take a lot of flavour. When you cook things in a pressure cooker, you need to heavily season them or heavily flavour them. So a lot of that, you're wanting the steam to push those flavours in, so you're not getting that time in the oven, but what you want to do is push as much of that in. We're going to take just a little bit of lime zest. So tell me about your experiences with barbecue. You're obviously not making assumptions, but you're obviously a man that likes to
Yeah, I like my
nibble
food.
on a bone.
Oh, hell yeah, I like a good barbecue. I came up here, was it last year? You had your birthday party. And I'd been to a few barbecues, but that one was just crazy. Absolutely nuts. The flavours for everything that you had were out of this world. Especially the Godslayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a hot wing challenge.
Yeah, stupid here decided I'm going to do that, and I won it, but I was paying for it.
There was casualties.
All those casualties on the
was.
way. But yeah, I do like a good barbecue. I like a good burger. I'd say that's one of my favourites.
Excellent. Well, we'll see what we can do for you today. So,
Concoct it.
we've got our chunky stuff in here. What we're going to do is we're going to put some ginger beer. Again, going to that Carolina. This is not traditional Carolina barbecue. This is one of my things that I use, which is good ginger beer. Again, you've got that acidity, you've got that ginger. So, see from the rest, we've got garlic in there, but we haven't put any fresh ginger. Just going to turn over our pork shoulder. You can see that we're starting to get some nice char marks on there. Close the lid down there, keep as much of that heat in there as possible. Coleman's mustard, you can use, this is the stuff they make mustard with, you just add water to it. And a way to open it. A little bit of mustard, pork and mustard always goes well. Back to our lime. Again, reinforcing that. Lots of fruit, lots of flavour.
It's going to have a nice kick.
Talking of kicks, what a beautiful segue into the fermented Korean chili paste.
Wow,
You think that was planned?
never seen this before.
So, I do love my Asian food as well. Not a great lover of silly heat. That's why I let other people do the challenges. But the Korean fermented paste, it's a lovely round chili flavour, lots of depth. Again, because we're not putting that time in the oven, we need to go for a depth of flavour. Salt, we're going to go with some soy sauce, probably about quarter cup. Yeah, that pouring spout's annoying me already. So about quarter cup. And some apple cider vinegar. Probably about the same again. Some parsley, stalks and all. A little bit of fresh thyme, and we're almost about there. So, I just want to have a look at my pork. So again, this pork is nowhere near cooked. So what we do have is some char marks, and we'll put some heat in it because we don't want a pressure cooker starting from scratch, because that'll just take more and more time. So we've got a little bit of a marinade here.
It smells amazing.
I'm going to put some more of our ginger beer in there just to bring my fluid levels up a little bit. I'm going to do this over there because It's a fantastic noise. I don't really want all three mics picking it up. So, before I disappear, I'm going to let you guys talk for a little while, because as usual, I'm doing most of the talking. We all met through Harley Davidsons.
Yeah.
So, let's have a little chat about that journey. Where did you start with Harley Davidsons?
I started many years ago as a young boy. I saw Easy Rider, and that was
Talk to the camera, don't talk to, I can hear you talk to you.
saw Easy Rider and fell in love with the bikes that were in the movie. And then I was on a family holiday with my parents and my sister, and I heard this noise and didn't know where it was coming from. It was just like thunder, but the sun was splitting the trees and was like, that can't be thunder. And then it was a guy turned up in a Harley, and I just fell in love with the sound. I've come to realise that the guy straight through the pipes, because it was fucking deafening. So that was my kind of first view of what a Harley looks and sounds like, and I just fell in love with it. And I've only been riding for 11 years now, and I wanted to get a Harley before I turned 40, which I did, which was a Sportster 883, which I got from the good guys at West Coast Harley.
I'm going to pause you there so I don't blend all over your life story.
No.
You can continue.
Yeah, so my first Harley was a Sportster 883, and I had that for a few years, fell in love with it, tried to customise it as much as I could, and I had that for a few years, as I said, and after that I got a Sweetball and had that for a few years. Didn't do much to that. That was quite nice. That was
Best Harley.
That was a cracking bike. It had an anniversary paint job on it. It was kind of blue with red scallops on the tank.
Nice.
It had the red rimmed wheels. It was absolutely stunning. But I then traded that in, and my current bike that I have just now is a Fatball,
Cool.
which is amber whiskey, and
Lovely.
absolutely love it. And I love getting out as often as I can, which in Scotland isn't all the time, but any dry day, try and get out.
Fantastic. Right, I'm going to back on a little bit of this, and then we'll go back to you, and you can tell us about Liberace's handbag. So, have a can of cider. Again, put a little bit, we need some liquid in this if we're going to do the pressure cook. So just about half a can, we're going to use about half a can of that later. So to this, we are going to add our pork. Get some lovely colour on that.
Smells brilliant.
Smell. My goodness.
Close that down. We're going to take our marinade. Just going to make sure we have got all of our. Don't want Tommy missing out in any of his.
The
Chili
chilliness.
The heat.
We'll pour that on top as well.
Actually give it a sizzle.
Smashing. So we're going to take this, we're going to put it in the pressure cooker. I've got one of these Pressure King Pros. I'll start that again. I've got one of these Pressure King Pros because I watch QVC at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. Nice Peter, I have an addiction. But any pressure cooker work, the old fashioned ones that your granny used to have with the two halves that went click, that'll do it. So I'm going to stick it in there. I'm going to put it in for about 55 minutes. So while I'm doing that, you can
That's a long story. I first started getting into biking when I was, 5 I got my first bike. I got a Aprilia, no never. I got an Atal Jet, and then I got a Puch Magnum 50cc, and from there I've had bikes basically every year since then. But I was the same. My dad loved Harleys. He'd always wanted one and never got a chance to get one. He'd always old British bikes, Nortons and BSAs and things like that. And it got me right into the bikes. And I rode trail bikes through my teenage years, and then done some touring on like a Yamaha XJ600, went round Europe. That was amazing. Went to all the Normandy Beach and all these kind of places with one of my friends for his 18th birthday, and it was amazing, the best experience of my life. And after that, it kind of gave me the idea that I really want to get involved in a club and not just go riding with my mates. So I made new mates and I joined the Harley Owners group, which was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Great times, met great people like yourself. Met some really good friends over years, and then I've moved now onto a MCC based in Glasgow, and they're fantastic as well. Totally different experience, different type of bike club.
So
But
we'll maybe have a bit of a sort of demystifying chat about the MCC.
Yeah.
But what I want to do just now is we'll just take a quick break. As far as you're concerned, it'll be like that. But I want to get cleaned down, get preps up for the next dish, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back. Slightly near the start, do apologise. It will get better. Give me 8-9 years. It'll be absolutely fantastic. It'll be some of the best television that somebody else will have watched and told you about. So, done dish one. It's in the pressure cooker. It's pressuring, whatever pressure cookers do. So we're going to start on ribs. So, again, not traditional ribs the way that I would usually do them, but this is a really quick and easy way of doing ribs at home. So again, thank you very much to the fabulous people down at John's Butchers, Huntington Main Street. Couple of racks of lovely baby back ribs. Some French's yellow mustard, we're going to use that. A different one of the Smoky Cat. We are not sponsored by Smoky Carter, we had to pay for this stuff, but it's really good, use it. A lime, which I'll stick over there, and we'll get that tray out of the way. And we are going to bring back our can of cider. So, baby back ribs, these are little small meaty ribs towards the front of the animal. You will, if you ask your butcher, I actually like to ask my butcher to leave it on. I'm going to take my glove off for this, but I will put it back on in a second and I'll tell you why.
What's your skin?
There is a membrane, like a thin tissue paper, which sits just on top of the bones, and if you take your knife and scrape up against the bone, you'll see it start to pull away. Get yourself a bit of kitchen paper. Once you've got that little tab, get a bit of kitchen paper on it for a bit of leverage. Give it a bit of a tug, and you'll see that membrane start to come off.
So why are you taking the membrane off?
Because while that's there, when you eat it, that's all going to be chewy and horrible and a terrible mouthfeel. And we know how much you enjoy a lovely mouthfeel.
I love it.
So you're not going to get that. Plus the fact, any rub or any flavour you put in there isn't going to get past that. It's like God's cling film. It's in there to keep all your stuff away from your ribs, right? So you just want to get that out of the way.
God's cling film.
So again, knife in. Your knife doesn't have to look like this. I've been cooking for so long. I started off with lovely Sabatier knives that were all matching, all the same handles and all that. And nowadays my knife roll looks up like Dexter's kill kit. For those millennials out there who don't know who Dexter are, ask your mother, your father, probably some of your grandfathers. You know what people are like. And again, just pick a little tab. And through no great skill in mine, just basically the fact I'm a lucky bastard, all came off in a one-off. Sometimes they don't come off in a one-off. But well, basically we got those out of the way. What that will also allow is for the meat to move away from the bone, top and bottom. So you get that lovely sexy photograph you see of the meat just
the bone sticking through.
And the meat coming off the bone. So stick the glove back on. If anybody's in the least bit bored of why I wear 2 pairs of gloves, I wear white cotton gloves under the rubber gloves. The cotton will protect your hands from heat, but when material gets wet, obviously you get a steam burn. The latex glove keeps the cotton dry, so you can move about in warm, wet environments. You know how much people love a warm, wet environment? So, French's mustard. Possibly the worst mustard in the world. Don't put it on anything apart from barbecue. The reason we're doing this, we're going to use this as a binding agent. So we're going to get that on our ribs. So we're not looking, by the time you guys eat this, there'll be very little of this flavour left. But it is slightly acidic. And acid is your friend when you're trying to break down tough meats. So, and it also makes a fantastic noise when you squeeze it. It's like 1,000 babies farting at the same time.
So you've mentioned a few times that you're using acidic stuff on your
Yep.
meat to break down the meat. Is that similar to when you use pineapple? When
Yes.
you eat pineapple after having a large meal of meat. So if you're in the continent, they'll tend to give you pineapple right after you've had a large steak.
Yeah. So as I mentioned when we're doing the pulled pork, there are enzymes in certain fruits which help break down meat. Brand new packet. I do have a bin down here. Note to self, buy bin. So yeah, so any acidic fresh fruit is good for kind of breaking down. It gets the acid and the sugar essentially in fruit, gets your digestive system going and helps us. That's why lots of posh people drink things like limoncello and all that after their dinner, because they're fooling themselves that the alcohol and the fruit's good for them. It's not, it's just bloody delicious. So again, not going as heavy on the rub here as I would if I was putting these in the smoker, but I do want to get some base flavour in there and encourage the ribs to cook. So again, majority of the cooking is going to be done in the oven, but it's always a bit of false advertising. We don't actually do a barbecue show and use the barbecue. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these meat side down. We're going to put them on the turn that up a little bit. We're not putting them on the fast rack, we're just going to put them on the slow rack because we don't want to tighten that meat up too much. And we'll move on. 2 seconds, bit of a clean down, we'll move on to the marinade. And we're back. So, bit of a clean down. Always important to keep your work area clean, tidy, washed down. So moving on with our ribs. So we've got a little foil container here. I'm going to talk to my production assistant. Could you give me tin foil out of the storage area? All that. So we've got a foil container. We're going to go in here with the rest of our cider. A little bit of our apple cider vinegar. So this is basically going to be our steaming or a poaching bath. And we are going to go with some, again, not too much heat. These are chipotles in adobo sauce. These are basically smoked chilies. Again, not a great deal of heat, but
Lot of taste.
lot of flavour. And again, because we're not going for that long term or that long term cook, we want to break that down. So some chopped chilies in there, and they basically be smoked, broke down with some tomatoes. So lots of chili flavour, chopped up chili, tomato, some garlic, and all smoked together. So this is essentially our braising liquid. We're going to have a little look at our ribs, see where we're at with them. Again, we are not cooking these. We are again looking for a little bit of colour. So we're going to give them another couple of minutes. So For the viewers at home who may not have noticed, there's a lot of beard going on right now. I knew you when you were clean shaven.
You did?
When you were clean shaven youth.
Yes.
And the scary thing was that wasn't that long ago.
No, it was 7 years ago.
So, talk to me about, explain the beard to me again. I know you've told me 101 times, but it's kind of like the Joker scars. I don't think I've ever had the same story twice. So,
when my dad passed away, I went and he told me on his deathbed, I really like you with a beard. And from that day, I just thought, you know what, I'm not going to shave anymore. And then I just never shaved again for the next 7 years. So that's a long time.
And have you ever has ever been an issue with work or with, you know,
No.
any other?
I'm very lucky that I manage an IT team and I'm not customer facing, so I've had no issues. But even then, I've had a couple of job interviews over the 7 years and I've never had an issue with it. If anything, it's a good starting point for getting a good conversation going with the people that are interviewing you. So I know that people think it's a bit scary sometimes when you see a guy with a beard and a motorbike and a leather cut on, but then they actually talk to me and I'm...
Traditional Harley.
Yeah, it's traditional Harley look. Then they talk to me and they find out I'm...
Find out you're not a banker and they
Yeah.
go on their life.
Yeah.
And first time I met you, you didn't have a beard either. I think it's me. I think I may not have the biggest beard, but it's obviously sporting. So,
No, at the time when you met me in work, I actually had a sports bike. It was the Suzuki GSXR, and it was just kind of stubble that I had because my skin's not the greatest. So I tend not to shave, clean. So that was that. But when I get into the Harleys and pretty much everybody else that I was kind of hanging about with had a beard, I decided I was going to, join the crew, so to speak.
Give it a try.
Give it a try. Plus, I'm better looking with a beard than without it. It hides this ugly face underneath. But yeah, the missus, she absolutely loves the beard, so I'm quite happy to keep it for her as well.
I'm only 41. I'm not actually 70 the way I look that most people think.
Yeah, I'm only 44, so
I'm 27.
my arse.
Okay, guys. Right, so we've got a bit of colour, got a bit of caramelisation on our ribs there. So we're going to get these out.
Ooh, that looks lovely.
Again, we just firmed up the meat there and again preheated it before we get it into the oven. So goes down our grill. What I'm going to do is not fall over. What I'm going to do is grab some of my barbecue sauce. Now, this is my barbecue sauce. This is not out of bottle. I made this.
Is that a secret?
It is a secret. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will do an episode of how to make this. So I'm telling you right now, this is the best barbecue sauce in the world. And if it's not, I kill you. So we're just going to take just a little bit. I take it we've just lost the salt and pepper camp.
Your pacemakers.
Still on. I think you find it with one above you.
No, we've lost the GoPro. Okay, when we reset again, I'll check that. So, a little bit of sauce on the ribs. We have our braising liquor underneath it. I think it's actually just the Wi-Fi connection we've lost. I had it on the phone. So we'll take this, and now we're going to take our tin foil. Roll off plenty. And we are going to seal this in here as tightly as we can. Now, there is an urban myth out there saying that when you put tin foil on, you should put the shiny side down if you want to keep the heat in, or you should put the shiny side up if you want to protect the meat. So, as part of King TV and Pieces to Eat, I'm going to tell you, that's bollocks. It doesn't matter.
As long as it's sealed.
It's tin foil. So that's a nice little tight packet. I'm going to stick it in the oven here. My oven is running 180. So this, you can do this in your oven at home. It's not a, you don't have to be doing it outside in a pizza oven. We're just going to stick that in there. And again, we're going to give that 45 minutes to an hour. Essentially what we want to do is just make sure that meat's starting to tenderise up, starting to pull away from the bones. And then we'll get on the grill with some final caramelisation and some extra sauce on it. So, I'm aware we've been talking for about 10 minutes, maybe 20, half an hour at the most. We'll have a rather clear down, and when we come back, we're going to talk about raw beard and beard oils and all that good stuff.
Yep.
We're going to make some food that you can actually eat now, and generally have a bit more banter. So, see you in 2.